I got 100 players to simulate civilization through the deep dark. They'll be split between two teams and will have to work together with their team to invade ancient cities, build bases, and eventually attack the other team. Who will come out on top and kill the others? This is Deep Dark Civilization. Starting off with red team, everyone was let out of their box
We out! Let's go!
and began going for the village. There were barely any trees around the area, so they had to destroy the buildings in the village for wood. They did find some trees, and this allowed them to get saplings so they could get unlimited wood. They all began to go mining, trying to get as stacked as possible before the first event at night. At this time though, someone on their team just began killing all of the villagers in the village.
Wait, why are we
It is
killing
not gonna be
fucking
me.
villagers? What?
Wait, who's killing
It
the
will not be
villagers?
me.
I don't know why, I guess they were bored, or maybe they just wanted their team to suffer. This of course put a target on their back, even though no one could attack each other.
I can't
who's
do
killing the
anything. They
villagers?
turned off PvP.
Oh, they did?
Are you serious?
They definitely wanted him dead once team PvP was turned off.
Oh, sacrifice him, sacrifice him.
Sacrifice him.
Food was also another issue. Animals didn't spawn, except for rabbits, but they're pretty useless.
Does anyone have food?
And red team was trying to figure out different ways to get food.
There's
Oh,
like-
Everyone
Oh,
break
shit,
all the grass they can find to get seeds.
Oh,
yeah, farming.
Oh, yeah,
don't
we
forget
farming,
it.
Others realized they could fish.
I can make a fishing rod.
At least the
fishing rods,
darkness
that's
is
amazing.
nice.
Look at them being smart. Going to Team Blue, they did mostly the same thing as Red. Firstly, going over to their village to collect wood, as it was one of the only ways for them to get it. They also began exploring around the area, and found an ancient city in the center of the world. Here, there was everything an actual ancient city had. OP items in the chest, crazy buildings, and a streaker that can spawn the warden. Yeah, the most dangerous mob in the game. Players were going exploring in the ancient city, but someone wasn't being careful and accidentally spawned the warden and died to it. After this death, the players were a little more careful in the ancient city and tried not to be as loud. Blue team was much smarter and better than red team, having some of the best Minecraft players. Players like XX Master and Aperion. Blue team immediately got a farm going and had food ready really quickly, unlike red. Once it hit nighttime, the blindness event began. Everyone was given blindness and were barely able to see for the entire night.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm gonna hide in the church. Good luck, guys.
This was very difficult because the players couldn't see and didn't know if there were mobs about to kill them. Because the players didn't really have that much food and couldn't see,
I'm dead.
Oh no.
many of them just hid underground and waited for the night to end. Some began to go mining, but others weren't scared of the mobs and began going out to gather bones for bone meal to help speed up the process of the farm.
Do you guys have any food? I'm like out of hunger.
During this event, someone on red team had the great idea to betray their team by placing lava on a bunch of players.
I just got lava. No!
I saw
Who's
that.
lavaing
You
you?
just tried to lava me to death.
Oh,
Here,
Pixel! Oh, Pixel! It's Pixel! I just saw the bucket in his hand.
Sacrifice
Watch out
him.
for
Really
Pixel.
just sacrifice with lava
He's
bucket.
actually
Yeah, he's
killing
just trying to
people.
kill us.
He killed 2 people now already. Well, he's about to kill the second.
Because PvP was not on, the players couldn't do anything about it except watch it happen. With the blindness, it made it even worse because players didn't know if Opixel was coming after them and everyone was just slowly shifting around the place.
Oh no, he got a third victim. Oh.
Many began to hide in the water because Opixel couldn't place lava on them in there. But even though many were hiding, he was still able to kill a few more players before the players got together and scared him away with the lava. This really didn't change the fact that Red had almost no food and were almost about to die.
I'm so close to die.
They tried to think of good ideas,
Yo,
Oh wait, guys, we have seaweed. We can get dried kelp.
but they just weren't that good. Finally, the event ended.
Oh, we can see now. Nice.
Players were continuing to go mining, getting diamonds, and even finding more ancient cities underground. Over on red team, a player named YB2 got full diamond armor and was able to protect his team while they continued to try and get food. On the blue team, they figured out that they could use their host to quickly mine the sculk blocks for XP.
You get experience?
Yeah, I'm at 21 levels right now.
They were continuing to farm XP, but got distracted and began to explore the ancient city. They tried to destroy all of the streakers so no wardens could spawn,
Oh my god, there's so many here.
but,
No,
Oh my god,
Oh,
it definitely
actually fucking
spawned.
Yeah, it's spawned.
I saw it, yeah, I saw it that time.
I'm out. Goodbye, goodbye.
I have no fucking hunger. I
I
can't.
heard it. I'm sprinting.
Yeah, they're screwed.
I think I just spawned another warden.
I have potatoes and more. Oh my god, you fucking idiot.
X-Master, run!
You're a dumbass.
Run, X-Master!
I hate you. I hate you. Why would you do this to me?
Fuck this, I'm going mining. I'm going mining.
This kind of reminded them of how dangerous ancient cities actually are, and they tried to stay away from them after this point. Red team began enchanting their items and finally got some food with a small amount of bones they gathered. Still not enough, but at least it allowed them to survive for the time being. They were continuing to try and get stacked, some just from mining, but others from the loot at the ancient cities. It was much more dangerous to loot it, but definitely worth it for all of the items that they could find. At nighttime, even though they were getting stronger, they still were struggling.
Our team is extremely vulnerable. We have no food, we have bad stuff.
Not having enough food to survive against the mobs.
Yeah, everyone just
we get 2 reruns.
because we
Okay.
really need to
Everyone
conserve.
walk.
So they had to hide underground. Blue wasn't spending their time mining. Instead, a bunch of them just began fishing for food and waiting for their crops to grow.
Just keep fishing, guys, and grow food.
Fishing is so broken.
This was a good strategy, as it helped them stay alive easier for when night came by, because they could continue to fish inside their village without having to worry about mobs.
Who keeps stealing my fish?
Finally, the election began. Each team got to elect someone for a nice prize. Players on red were trying to bribe each other with items for votes.
I'll give one to you and red here.
Mine.
Players like YV2 and Air Crusher were the best candidates, as they already had full diamond armor and were showing to be very good players.
Who wants
Guys,
a
there are
diamond
some
chestplate?
fish in the public
You're voting for me.
furnace.
YV2 created an enchantment table that everyone could use.
Guys, I made an enchantment
He's
table. I have an
full
enchantment
iron.
table. Come over here.
Everyone, please be
Nice.
quiet. We still need to vote.
which further showed his leadership.
I am nominating for leader. I promise to bring food.
Save it for the
greatness.
speech.
Okay.
Everyone decided to do the election in the church at the village, which wasn't a very good
I
idea.
realized
Guido, can you
that
get off it real
just
quick?
a single lava bucket
God
will
damn it.
kill like 5 people.
Ah, don't worry about it.
But whatever. There were actually players on top of the church, kind of scaring the players down below.
Guys, get out, get out. There's someone on top. There's someone on top.
But in the end, no one got hurt. They eventually decided to elect YV2 as their leader.
Alright, so can we all agree we're voting for YV2?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes, agree.
I bet. Let's get it.
And in return, he received a netherite helmet and 64 bone blocks.
Wait a minute.
What is that?
There's a guy here. There's a guy here.
Alright, okay.
They immediately started bone mealing their crops and quickly got a bunch of food.
We keep on
Potatoes
mining.
galore.
I mean, not.
Over on the blue team, some of them were looting the ancient cities and got into a pretty funny problem.
You're gonna tell me that all the chests are on the edge of the border.
All of the chests are best.
They tried bribing the admins to let them through, but nothing would work.
Give me 10 seconds in there and I'll give you 2 diamonds.
I started to troll them, cause why not?
It's
Wait.
there!
No! You fucking...
No way you did that!
Wait, we're stuck now. X-Master, get up. X-Master, move!
I don't wanna move!
After this, they now had to elect their leader. It was really hard to get them to work together, as everyone was talking at the exact same time.
There's
so many people
talking.
Eventually, we got everyone to calm down, and the election began.
Wait, I want to join the
election. I want to vote and
Shut the f up.
Everyone went to the village, and they began to build their platform, where the election will take place. Their team did not work together at all.
This is the most disorganized team I've ever seen.
They couldn't even work together to create a nice platform. They finally began to listen to each other, and people began to make their speeches.
I want to be leader because I'm the most capable of being leader, honestly.
To be fair, he has led a nation to win.
See, what was that? What was that? Oh, like Emporio just said, I have led a nation to victory before, and I can do it again.
My opinion is better than everyone else's. Everyone else is wrong. I'm right. I'm never wrong.
Another reason, okay, is because fascism.
I kicked this guy off, bro.
I agree. I agree.
I always make sure that our best PvPers get the better gear and stuff because they're more capable of fighting than most of us.
True, Mystic, give me your diamond gift.
Yeah, give me your diamond.
In the end, the majority decided to vote for XX Master as leader.
It looks like Master won.
The entire army.
Silly mama, baby, let's go.
Because XX Master was elected, he was given 64 bone blocks to share among his team.
We got bone blocks!
I'm
That's
gonna
called
go.
easy. That's called easy food in my dictionary.
I thought my fascism would work. Turns out no.
Shut up.
He really didn't share it though. He just ran off with them and began using them for himself. This forced everyone to go back to fishing. What a good leader. Unlike XX Master, YV2 was really helping out his team. Because they were able to get unlimited XP from the skulk blocks, the only thing preventing them from getting maxed out armor was the amount of bookshelves they had. So YV2 helped out his team by finding even more bookshelves for their enchantment table. Once each team got enough armor and food to help them survive, another event began, a scavenger hunt. Inside one of the chests at the ancient city, a bunch of OP items were placed inside that would help them create potions. The only problem was that they would have to search the entire ancient city to find it. This meant that a warden could spawn very easily and kill them all.
I think they're overconfident because they
If that spawns, we're dead. Don't let that spawn, okay?
Red team was being very careful to not activate the Shriekers, sneaking everywhere they went. But this really didn't do anything, as they still activated and freaked everyone out on their team.
Shrieker.
What is
I heard a
this,
Shrieker. Run. I heard a Shrieker.
Oh
Run.
no.
Oh fuck.
Get away.
Finally, they were able to find the chest with all of the blaze rods and nether.
I got blaze rods, a stack, ghost
Oh my god.
tears, and nether ward. I'm going back with that.
Everyone immediately left the ancient city and began brewing potions with the items they got. Now it was blue team's turn. They had a different strategy than red. Instead of sneaking past the Shriekers, they just destroyed them. This did work, but it caused some of the Shriekers to be set off.
Come back to the...
Like, a bunch of them.
I'm breaking the Shriekers.
Where are you guys? Please. Who the fuck spawned the warden?
Eventually, their plan failed and the warden was spawned.
Someone definitely spawned the warden.
Yeah, I hear it.
Everyone freaked out and began running away from
away
the
from
ancient city.
Oh, I am trying to get out!
So guys, it's time to show our dominance and kill the warden. Time to show.
No, I'm not doing that.
They eventually went back and tried to be a little more sneaky than last time. They still had some problems with the Shriekers.
Oh shit. So
I'm literally dead.
But eventually, they were able to find the chests in the middle with all of the items.
I found it.
You got to get it out. Get in the leave. Get in the leave.
There were now 2 wardens just walking around in the ancient city. So everyone had a bit of a problem trying to get out.
Oh shit, the warden's on me. Get the fuck out of me.
Bro, are you serious? You better not die.
We really need you.
I'm not dying to a mob.
No, this ain't no mob. This ain't no mob.
But finally, they were able to make it to their base all in one piece.
Scrap, you bitch! Scrap is killing me. You kid.
Kinda. They were able to make potions, but didn't really care about it at the moment and continued to try and work on their enchantment table. Every team was now getting even stronger, all now having access to OP enchants and potions. So, a build battle began. But this wasn't like any ordinary build battle. Instead, the teams had to create a base out of the blocks straight from the ancient city. Whoever had the biggest and best base would win. Red team immediately went back to the ancient city to gather blocks. Before they were able to, they had to destroy all of the Shriekers, so a warden wouldn't kill them as they were mining.
Then the sound can't get there.
Oh, they heard that. They heard that. Okay, that was strike one.
This was a very lengthy process, because they had to shift everywhere they went to not make any noise. But finally, they were able to destroy most of the Shriekers in the area.
Alright, I think we mostly cleared the area. Yeah, it's pretty safe. Just don't go too deep because, oh god.
That was a strike.
Who's
playing?
And were able to begin the collection process. Blue team, on the other hand, did not care about the build battle at all. They just continued to work on their enchantment table, trying to get more bookshelves for it.
Can we get more bookshelves, please?
While they did get way more bookshelves than red team,
now it's all.
it wasn't as good as the prize. Some of them were arguing that they should start the build,
I'm just saying we should be going for the build.
but most of them cared more about enchanting their items.
I can get fire aspect one of my diamond sword, honestly.
Holy moly guacamole.
No one gives a poop.
A very smart team. While red team didn't have that many bookshelves for their enchantment table, they did have a good amount of potions and a raid.
Yeah, focus down on Ravager. Ravager dead?
This allowed them to get Hero of the Village,
Oh, yeah! We got a Hero of the Village.
which was completely useless since someone on their team killed all of the villagers at the very beginning of the event. So, that's unfortunate. Whatever. The thing they were ahead of Blue on was the build event. They were much more motivated to start it, knowing that the prize would help their team greatly. While they were building, some people on their team began looking at the wall and realized there was a hole.
I want to say.
No, MRK,
like,
that looks really.
They shouldn't have announced it though, because it was filled up quickly by an ad.
I just saw an admin go up there
Damn
and
it.
just place bedrock.
Next time you have a secret, make sure no staff are in the call.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're kind of obvious about.
They also found a music disc from one of the chests in the ancient city and began to have some fun with it while working on the build.
it's kind of fun.
It is so loud, but I love it.
Why is it so good though? Like I
It's
didn't
so good.
know that.
Which was slowly becoming very, very nice. Blue still didn't start their build, continuing to enchant. But after we talked to them for a bit,
If you guys do the build event, I'll talk to Makey about diamonds in netherite.
Jeez, Seismic, why so loud?
We need to stop building, guys. We need to stop building, like right now.
You guys gotta start building though, you guys gotta start building.
Anyways, yeah, we lied about the diamonds in netherite. That was just to get them to start building. But it did work. Blue finally began to build their base. It was pretty detailed, but was really small.
Listen, Seismic. We're trying our hardest, man.
It also seemed like their team was not working together, as there was just another build being made somewhere else. That build was, interesting. They were just all over the place. Some of them were building, but most were still messing around. Someone found the pillager and got everyone to help out by bringing it to their base without killing it. I don't know what the point of this was for, but they were very passionate about trapping it. A player named Scrath purposely killed the pillager.
Oh my god, who was that?
I killed it, oh my fucking god.
It was Scratch.
And everyone was pissed, wanting him to be executed.
I'm actually gonna kill you,
no,
Scraff. I'm actually gonna kill you.
Fuck bad omen.
That
I'm
we
actually
are sacrificing him.
This put a big target on his back and will be important for later on. Red's base was becoming even bigger, most of them working on it, unlike Blue. But of course, there were some that were doing something else. The player that found all of the items during the scavenger hunt, Macper, set up a shop for diamonds. All of the players wanted to create potions, so they had to give up their diamonds for blaze rods and nether wart. This slowed their team down with the build, but once it was announced that they only had 15 minutes left, they got motivated again.
Oh god, guys, I swear, if we don't win this build event, we are not gonna win the event. We need to start getting materials and building. We gotta go fast.
And all began to work on it. As they were working, there were tons of phantoms continuing to knock everyone down.
There's phantoms everywhere. No!
It didn't kill anyone, but was very annoying. Blue team was told that they only had a few minutes left of the build event, and this gave them a little motivation.
Alright, let's get some blocks and hurry.
Never mind. They just went back to enchanting.
We spent about
I
three
didn't even know we built anything.
They also began to try to get over the wall at middle. Of course, it didn't work.
We're almost there. Let's get him almost to the top.
There's a roof! There's a roof!
But they didn't care.
Wait, we can build to the wall. We can build to the wall.
Place blocks, yeah!
Yeah!
Finally, the build battle was over, and it was time to decide who won. Obviously, Blue had the better base. I'm just kidding. Obviously, Red won.
Let's go!
The prize was a bunch of totems and enough bookshelves to max out their enchantment table. They began to give away the totems to everyone, but someone named Not Jerry just stole all of the totems.
How did they disappear from the shulker box? They took them.
Not Jerry took it.
A bunch of the players wanted him killed for this.
Can we just destroy him?
But eventually, he did give away a few, but not all of them. Letting people wait in line for a totem didn't work, so they just placed the shulker box down and let the players fight for the rest of the totems. We told Blue that they lost, just to see their reaction, and for some reason, they thought that they won. Lost.
Won?
What? We lost?
Ow!
No shit!
They literally just built a tiny shack. How do they think they won? At this point, Team PvP was turned on.
Oh, that's
PvP is on.
PvP's on!
It didn't really affect Red because they knew that they had to stick together if they wanted to survive when the walls are dropped. The player that took most of the totems began trying to sell them to his own team.
Yeah, he's selling totems like a twat.
which kinda pissed some people off.
Yeah, I think we need to kill him, guys.
Besides that, no one wanted to kill each other on red, and they all continued to work together to try and get enchanted armor and potions. Blue team, on the other hand, acted differently with this information. Everyone began trying to look for Scrath because of the time he killed the pillager.
Where's Scrap?
Scratch, come out here.
They thought it would be an easy fight, but Scrath had other ideas. He drank a strength potion and began trying to kill some players.
He's over here. He's killing
Wait, where?
This didn't work, however, because all of the players grouped up to fight back.
Scrap, you're dead, kid. Scrap, you're actually dead.
And this forced Scrath to go underground and hide. As blue team was looking for Scrath, some of the players began questioning why they are even doing this.
Guys, why are we fighting one of our good PvPers? We're just losing a member.
It doesn't matter. We don't need him.
After the pleas and chat from Scrath, most of the players decided to let him live.
He said please, so we have to.
No, he tried to kill me. Kill him.
Most of the players went over to the portal at the middle of the ancient city, ready for the borders to open. This allowed the players that still wanted to kill Scrath to do it.
Thanks, so you gotta die.
Oh, you can't just start hitting someone.
Master.
But after a long attempt to kill him, they couldn't do it, and just gave up, joining the others at middle and getting ready for the borders to open. Both teams were ready, everyone on red having fully enchanted diamond armor, totems, and potions to help them win the war. Unlike blue, they stayed at their base, wanting the fight to come to them. And finally, the portal of the ancient city was dropped. At this exact moment, Scrath dropped a bunch of TNT minecarts on everyone below that was waiting for the borders to drop. No one was expecting it. They all thought Scrath stopped wanting to betray and had a changed mind. They were wrong.
He was all innocent, like, oh, please don't kill me, person.
This TNT killed 4 people, including XX Master, and of course, no one was happy about it, except for red team.
Let's go, Scrath!
The alive blue players immediately jumped Scrath and were able to kill him. This put blue at a major disadvantage, as they had lost 5 players. This still didn't change their minds, however. Everyone on blue began rushing through the ancient portal and ran towards red's base. After Scrath's assassination, red became confident that they might actually win.
Wait, guys, we might win.
We actually might have a chance of winning
We
this.
have a
This is
huge
looking
chance of
good.
winning.
They still didn't leave their base when the walls were dropped and continued to enchant and get potions, waiting for blue to come to them. It didn't take long. A blue player reached the base and began trying to kill red players. Even though they were winning the fight at the moment, blue began to notice how undergeared they were compared to red.
They decided to be more stacked than we are, apparently.
All of red began chasing that one blue player out of their base.
Get him.
And were able to kill him.
Dead, yes!
They then began chasing the other alone blue players and were winning. With their undergeared armor and less players, blue was losing.
Dead, he's dead, let's go!
Nice. That's one down.
Red was now extremely confident that the war was in their favor and that they would easily win. Well, they were wrong. A player named It's Luke began betraying his team.
They're running away.
Luke's betraying! I'm dead. Yeah, Luke betrayed us.
Luke's killing me! Help!
Okay, where are they?
He's killing me.
I'm getting this one kid.
Killing one player,
Bro.
and then another, and another.
No!
Yeah.
He was killing everyone.
He's gonna kill everyone on our team.
They're both on me.
No!
Luke,
Wait,
why?
what?
I knew this was happening. Guys, everyone kill It's Luke. He's a threat.
Later revealing that him and his friends KPN were working with Blue Team.
Dude, we were winning and Luke and KPN ruined it.
With their help, Blue Team was able to come back in the war
I hate that!
and kill almost every single red player. The totems and armor that they had did help them protect them for a little longer, but it didn't matter. After every death, Blue was able to steal Red's loot and get even stronger.
Yeah, he's too good.
What I'm trying to say is y'all need to regroup, bro.
Eventually, there were only 2 Reds left. One left. The last Red, Macper, knew that he had no chance and decided to just build straight up to get away. The blue team was still working together, but a player named Music just wanted to have some fun before their last fight.
Wait, stop, music, quit.
Nah, you can't kill Luke.
Quit! Stop it!
All of the blue, Luke, and KPN got together and began to try to look for the last enemy player.
Where's the last kid? Did they combat log?
Being pretty confident that they will win.
Where's the? It's one kid. Oh shit, he won.
Macper knew that he had no chance and was joking around that he should just end it himself instead of letting blue team do it.
For the motherland, we died on our own terms.
We died on our own terms.
Jump! Jump!
But he decided to keep fighting. Blue team found him in the sky and began climbing up towards him.
Wild thing is watering up.
MacPer tried something that just completely failed,
Oh no! You scared the out of him.
and Blue was able to knock him down.
I blocked the top as well. I blocked the top.
Alright, let's get help.
Hit him off. Yep.
They began chasing him, but he wasn't giving up. He tried one last thing with a TNT minecart,
Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. I blocked it.
Everybody, melee him,
Melee
melee him.
and it almost worked.
Let me at him, man. Let me at
But it didn't go off. Now that failed, he just kept running. With all of his totems and golden apples left,
That's goofy.
He's popped again. He has so many.
he was able to survive for a bit longer.
Going to the base. He's going to our base. What's he doing?
totems does he have?
But finally, he was killed. It was over. Blue team, Luke, and KPN had won.
That was a prank.
Thank you for watching. Bye.